All right, we are live with a scrimmage of Ace 18 Black versus the coaches. Doing warm ups right now. So we will talk to you guys in a few minutes.
Mute it. You get everything. No. Do you want to be mic'd up? I'm mic'd up. This is a bad idea. I was like, can I be mic'd up? Taylor, you want to be mic'd up?
Oh my gosh, you have a mic?
Yeah, there's a mute button though. I think so. Yeah, probably. I feel like it's gonna like fly off of me. No, I do not have a Sharpie. Box out. Oh, Mom has one. Do you want my chain?
No.
I asked if he wanted it. He said no. Jenna, do you want to be mic'd up?
Oh my god, when you mic out there? Oh god, I cannot do mic up. Or knows what I'll say. Did you like tell the parents for watching it? Like grandparents or
It's okay. There's
That's
a.
fair.
Oh no, where'd the thing
well actually I'll
go?
be like, oh I just make all the faces and go with them. Oh, it's out there, Paige.
That's the. There's a mute button on the play, Josh said.
Maybe the green.
Ah.
Oh my god, no, that's power, right?
Well, I think it's both.
Okay.
No.
Is mute on the back or on the side?
You are not wearing that in playing.
Yeah, on the back. Okay. Yeah,
I
she was
wouldn't
right.
break it.
Like on the hockey players, and you're like beat, 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 beat.
It's okay.
Yes.
Live.
All the things, yes.
All right, simulating a real match, going through warm-ups here for Ace 18 Black. The coaching team is on the right.
Mom.
Can I sing?
What are you going to sing?
That's What I Like by Bruno Mars.
No.
Why not?
Because there's a microphone down there if you really want one.
Down there where?
In Paige's bag, on Paige's bag. See the black bag with the
Yeah, I did
rig?
see
Yeah,
it.
that's the extra microphone. Coaches are now warming up here. And maybe they need it. Oh,
What?
they can't hear me. Maybe they need to warm up. He just hit that lefty. Maybe Mac doesn't need to warm up.
Oh, you hit that lefty?
Yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to be.
Tay and Max crazy lineup.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For the first time in forever.
That's a song from Frozen.
I know. It's what?
Addison is going to go down a line judge, but she's singing up here at the moment.
Bye. Oh, shucks. Again.
All right, be back in a minute. All right, the coaches are serving, getting ready for this scrimmage against Ace 18 Black. There's going to be some good, some bad, and some ugly, probably all the way around. That was the buzzer. All right, not nearly as loud as a tournament, which is nice and might be a little weird at the same time because as I get excited calling the action, they will be able to hear me. So that could be interesting. Lining up for high fives here. Whistle! All right. Line judges, Avery's playing. Line judges, Addison and Kristen and Addison as line judges. All right, we'll keep stats for the girls here. We have Avery in the middle, Leah on the left. Maybe Cassie serving. L in the back row. Shea is on the court, but in the middle, so that means L is there. Oh, it's on. Leah, Avery, Riley. And away we go. Ace 18 black against the coaches. Cassie Barney serving. Into the net, service error. Point for the coaches. Coaches up 1-0. Coach Chantel to serve. Ball's in the air from Chantel. That's an ace for Coach Chantel. Coach is up 2-0. L couldn't handle that one. Ball's in the air from Chantel. Short serve, another ace for Chantel. Coach is up 3-0. Okay, we are not going to do lineup because I am not going to be able to keep this going. So, I will keep score. I will keep score. I will not be doing lineup. Coach Chantel to serve. Ball's in the air. Kaylee able to get that one up. Anna passes it to the front row. Goes for Callie with a backwards pass over Mac to set to Chantel. Chantel over to Tay on the outside. Amelie gets a block, but it goes out. That's another point for the coaches. Coaches up 4-0. That was well done by Ace 18 Black. They just blocked it out of bounds. But for them to get a block like that was awesome. Chantel serving. Coach is up 4-0. Ball's in the air. Anna gets it to McKenna. McKenna sets it up for Callie into Coach Chad's block. That's a point for the coaches. Coach is up 5-0. Scoring table has 6, but I have 5. Ball's in the air from Chantel. That is out. That is a service error. That's a point for Ace 18 Black. 18's to serve. Sadie Teets to serve. Substitutions coming in. Sadie to serve. Down 1-5. Ball's in the air from Sadie. Reyna passes to a one-handed hit to Matt, gets it over the net. Callie to Amelie. Amelie all the way across the court to Riley. Tips it over. Chantel able to save it, but nobody there. That's a point for the 18s. They are down 2-5. Put those together, you get 25. What's that? Avery's jersey number. Ball's in the air from Sadie. Service error. Point coaches. Coaches up 6-2. Coach Tay to serve. Ball's in the air. Service error. Point Ace. 18 Black. 18's down 3-6. Avery onto the court. Callie to serve. That's a stretchy shirt, right, Coach? Service error, Ace. Point coaches. Coaches up 7-3. Reyna to serve. With the coaches up 7-3. Ball's in the air from Reyna. Sadie able to pass it. Coach overpass. Coach Chad dunks it right down. Point for the coaches. Coaches up 8-3. Ball's in the air from Reyna. Oh, she rolls that one over the tape. That's a point for the coaches. Coaches up 3-9. Put those together, you get 19-39. What happened in 1939? Betty White made her first appearance on, quote, TV. She was on the 6th floor, and it was only broadcast throughout the building, not technically over the airways. So that was her first appearance. Ace able to get it over the net. Into Mac. Mac into the block. Amelie able to get some hands on it. They were unable to save it. 10-3. Coach is up 10-3. Amelie has gotten her hands on a couple of blocks there. One was able to block back over the net, but one out of bounds, and the team was not able to get that one. Reyna into the net, service error. Point, Ace 18 Black. The 18 serving down 4-10. Turn that around, you get 10-4. That's not me signing off. That's just the score. Riley's dad in the house, watching from across the way. Serve in the air from Amelie. Amelie to Mac. Chantel to Chad. Chad punches it over. Riley's able to get to it. Amelie back over to Riley. Reyna able to get it. Chantel sets it to Mac. Mac over the net. Oh, that was going to go out. Elle could not handle it. That's a point for the coaches. Coaches up 11-4. Coach Page serving. Amelie able to get to McKenna. McKenna with a bump set over to Riley. Riley bumps it over the net to Tay. Tay sets it up to Chantel. Chantel to Coach Chad. He just punches it right over into the campfire. That's a point for the coaches. Coaches up 12-4. Ball's in the air from Coach Page. Shea able to bump it up. Amelie able to save it. Avery not able to get it over the net with a diving attempt. Point for the coaches. Coaches up 13-4. Coach Page serving. Page in the air to McKenna. To Elle. Elle tips it over. Page able to get to it. Mac able to tip it right over the net, over the girls. That is a point for the coaches. Coaches up 14-4. Mac has not lost a step since last year when he won a state title with Heritage. Ball's in the air from Page. Service error. Shea splayed out on the ground. That's a point for the 18s. 18s to serve down 5-14. Elle Alexander serving. Page able to pass to Chantel. Chantel gets back up for Page. Hits it over. Shea unable to handle it. Off the back wall. Another point for the coaches. Coaches are up 15-5. Tripling up the 18s at the moment. Mac LeSueur to serve. Amelie able to handle that one back over the net. Heck of a serve from Mac. Tay tips it over. Amelie able to get to that one. McKenna with the bumps it over to Riley. Sends a two-handed pass over the net. Page to Chantel to Coach Chad, who swipes it over. McKenna able to save it. Kaylee gets it over to Riley. Oh, it's an overpass. Oh, Avery able to save that one. McKenna to Avery. Right into Chad's block. Riley not able to get that one over. Oh, he touched that one, so he called it. So Tay able to get to that one. Chantel with the surprise hit. Works on the second shot. Point coaches. Coaches up 16-5. Ball's in the air from Mac. L unable to handle that one with all the English on that serve. Coach is up 17-5. Woo! Mac with the ball in the air. Anna able to dig that one. McKenna all the way over to Riley, who gets a hit right into Chad's block, but Anna able to save that one. Bump set from Amelie. Riley with a tip over. Chad into the net. That's a point for the 18s. 18s down 6-17. Avery to serve. Page to Chantel, over to Chad. Sends the down ball over the net. Anna to McKenna to Riley. Tips it over. Mac able to get to it. Chantel. Tite, who casually hits it in and over the tape for a point. Coach is up 18-6. Reina to serve. Ball's in the air from Reina. Amelie. Slide over past Chad. Puts it down. Easy peasy. Point for the coaches. Coaches up 19-6. Timeout, Ace. It's a 30-second timeout because they all are. Well, that was almost exactly 30 seconds. Good job, Coach. Hey, Joe, I just want you to know I sang the Jeopardy song, which is 30 seconds, and that was pretty much right on. Good job. Coaches are serving up 19-6. Waiting for Chad to come onto the court. Hostess with the mostess. Almost all the jobs. I'm doing this one. You're only on camera when you're right at the corner. And that's from here down. There you go. All right, Coach Reina serving up 19-6 here in the first set. Shea able to get a pass to McKenna. McKenna with a set all the way over to Riley, who sends a bump pass over the net to Mac. Mac to Chantel. Chantel sets it over the net. Page with a save. Riley able to save that. Chad kills it. Leah saves it. Shea able to bump set that to Callie. Into Chad's block. That's a point for the coaches. A little discombobulated both ways there, but coaches end up with the point. Coaches up 20-6 here in set number 1. Ball's in the air from Reina. Short service error. Point 18s. 18s to serve down 7-20. 7-20. What is that? That is July 20th. What happened on July 20th, 1969? We landed on the moon. Allegedly. No, not really. I believe that we did. Ball's in the air from McKenna. Down 7-20. Coaches, Tay. Solid hit. Inbounds, point coaches. Coaches up 21-7. It's like a football score. Chantel to serve. Ball's in the air from Chantel. Shea able to pass that one to McKenna. McKenna sets it up for Riley, who hits it over the net. Page to Chantel. Chantel over to Tay. Tay into a block. That's a point for the 18s. Ace, 18s to serve down 8-21. Riley to serve.
You got 21-8?
Yes, ma'am. Ball's in the air from Riley. Mac. That might have been called a carry in any other game. To Tay. Tay hits it into a block. McKenna with a dive and save. Callie sends two-handed pass over the net. Oh, the coaches cannot get to it. That's a point for the 18s. 18s down 9-21. Okay, Dana called that a double. I'm going to undo that and give it to the coaches. Coaches up 22-8. Ball's in the air from Tay. L cannot handle it. That's an ace for Tay. Woo! Coaches up 23-8. Miscommunication on the 18s. Everybody switching. Woo! Coaches up 24-8. Tripling up the 18s at the moment. We are figuring out all our stuff. Ball's in the air from Tay. Amelie able to get to it. Cassie sets it up for Avery. Into Mac's tip. And Mac, but he was into the net. That is going to be a point for Ace. Ace up. Ace up. Ace to serve down 9-24.
Avery, stay front row. Shea, serve. Amelie, what are you playing? Left. Okay.
Sorry, I was confused with the rotations there. Cassie was fixing them. Page into Avery's block. Point Ace. Ace down 10-24. Ball's in the air from Shea. Coach Rainey able to get a pass. Pass to Chantel. Chantel to Chad. He bumps it over the net with a knuckle. Ace cannot handle it. That's the end of the first set. 25-10. It is a scrimmage, so we are, but it is also a practice, so we are still learning and doing calisthenics in between sets. And we're back live from Heritage Academy Gateway for set number 2. Ace 18 Black against the Coaches. The Coaches took the first set 25-10. Ace 18 Black. Going to try to make this one a little closer. Maybe a little more cheering from our gallery. Get loud. Get loud. And away we go. Coach Chantel, serve in the air. Riley hits it almost to herself. That's going to be a point for the Coaches. Coaches up 1-0. Riley off. L on? Anna on? I don't know who came on. That's why I'm not doing substitutions, because they're on and off the court a lot. Coach Chantel serving up 1-0. Ball's in the air. Anna able to get that one. Cassie all the way over to L. Gets a hit. Rolls it over the tape. Tay able to get that one. Chantel sets it back up for Tay. Big hit down the line. Point for the Coaches. Coaches up 2-0. Ball's in the air from Coach Chantel. Amelie able to pass that one to Cassie. Cassie with the setter dump over. Tay able to save it. Reyna on the floor, unable to get to it. That's going to be a point for Ace 18 Black. Cassie Barney to serve down 1-2. Ball's in the air from the captain. Paige able to kick it. Chad able to save it. That was a ridiculous play. Casual from the Coaches. L with a hit into Chad's block. Coaches up 3-1 after some ridiculousness on the court. That was a foot, a punch, and a casual, I'll hit it over the net from the Coaches. Coach Tay to serve. Solid serve from Coach Tay. Anna able to get it up over to Shea. Over to L. L sends a free ball over the net. Tay to Chantel. Chantel to Chad. Boom! Goes the dynamite. That's a point for the Coaches. Coaches up 4-1. Coach Tay to serve. Ball's in the air from Tay. That's an ace from Tay. She takes over the court with that point. And that ace. Coaches up 5-1. Ball's in the air from Tay. Kaylee able to get to Cassie, who's able to send her one hand over the net. Chantel to Chad. Chad to Paige. Paige with a hit. Anna able to save it. Cassie with a bump set over to L. L has to send a free ball over the net. Chad sets it over the net. Too far. Avery to Chantel. Chad saves it into Avery's block. Avery gets it back over the net. Mac to Chantel. Chantel over to Paige with a hit. Into Avery's block. Unable to save that one. A point for the Coaches. A little good back and forth there for both teams. Coaches up 6-1. (6-1, 61). JFK took office in 1961. That's another ace from Tay. Coaches up 7-1. Ball's in the air from Coach Tay. Rolls that one over the tape. Amelie to Cassie. Cassie to L. L sends it down. Ball over the net. And the coaches were in the net. Doesn't matter. They get the point either way. Ace. 18s with the point, serving down 2-7. L. Alexander to serve. Ball's in the air from L. Reyna to Chantel to Mac to point coaches. Easy peasy. 1, 2, 3. It's like the Jackson 5 out there. Coach Reyna serving. L able to dive and save it. Cassie able to get a set to Riley. Riley sends a free ball over net. Pass to Chantel. Chad through a block and a point. Another point for the coaches. Coaches up 9-2. Timeout.
9-2.
Yep, you got it. Two. 9-2. 9-2. Woo woo! Coach Reyna with the serve. Riley able to get it up. Shea passes it back to Riley, hits it over the net, into Chad's block. Chantel able to get down. Chad sets it over to Mac. Mac with the hit, through the block and a point, coaches. Coaches up 10-2. For you poker fans, the 10 and the 2 was Doyle Brunson's hand that he won the World Series of Poker with. What year, I just don't remember. But the 10 and 2, the 2-10, 10 and 2 is now the Doyle Brunson. That is his hand. Ball's in the air from Coach Reyna. Shea able to pass that one to Cassie. Cassie, one hand to set back over. Avery cannot bump it back over with her one hand. Point coaches. Coaches up 11-2. Ball's in the air from Coach Reyna. Service error. Point 18s. 18 serving down 3-11, which was, well, I mean, they still are a band, but, came to light in the early to mid-90s, the band, 311. With songs like All Mixed Up and Love Song. Ball's in the air from Avery. Reyna to Chantel to Tay. Tay into the net. That's a point for the 18s. 18 serving down 4-11. Later next month, 4/11, April 11th. These very 18s will have a tournament on April 11th this year. About 2.5 weeks. This serve from Avery. Reyna able to save that one. Chantel to Chad. Chad into the net. That's another point for the 18s. 18s within 6, down 5-11. Ball's in the air from Avery. Tay able to get that one to Chantel. Chantel to Chad. Chad unable to get to that one. Chad and Chantel working on some sets. Another point for Ace. 18s within 5, down 6-11. Avery serves. Ball's in the air into the net. Service error. Point coaches. Coaches to serve up 12-6. Coach Page to serve. Ball's in the air from Coach Page. L to Cassie. Cassie to Amelie. Amelie sends a free ball over the net. Coach Page with a pass to Chantel. Chantel over to Mac. Into a block. Oh, a diving effort from Cassie off the block, but it is a point for the coaches. Coaches up 13-6. Ball's in the air from Coach Page. L unable to handle that one. Another point for the coaches. We are at 6:14. What is 6:14? It's June 14th. June 14th is what? That is Flag Day. Also, the United States Army's birthday, founded on June 14th, 1775. Ball's in the air from Coach Page. Leah to Cassie. Cassie with a far bump set over to Riley. Riley into the net. That's going to be a point for the coaches. Coaches up 15-6. Coach Page serving. Ball's in the air from Coach Page. Shea. A little overpass. Cassie able to save it from there. Callie sends a free ball over the net. Page to Chantel. Chantel to Tay in the pipe. Too strong. Point for Ace 18s. Ace 18s down 7-15. Leah Smith to serve. Ball's in the air from Leah. Page with an overpass to Shea. Shea. Cassie tries a left-handed dump over into the net. That's going to be a point for the coaches. The coaches up 16-7. Mac LeSueur to serve. Mac hits that one halfway to Gilbert. That is out. That's a point for the 18s. Being doubled up right now, down 8-16. Coach Chad punches it over. Leah able to save it to Cassie. Cassie to L with a hit off Coach Chad's block. To Mac. Mac to Tay. Tay with the point. That is in. That's another point for the coaches. The coaches up 17-8 here in set number 2 after taking the first set 25-10. Coach Reyna to serve. Sets it to Cassie. Cassie to Callie. Over to Reyna. Reyna to Page. Free ball over the net. Shea able to get it to Cassie. Cassie sets it up for L. L with the hit over everything. Mac with a one-handed pass to Tay. Tay to Chantel over. Cassie able to save it. Shea able to get a bump set back over to Cassie, who hits it over everybody. It's probably a lift from Mac. That's going to be a point for the 18s. The 18s down 9-17. Shea Hagan to serve, down 9-17. Ball's in the air from Shea. Coaches able to handle that one. Coach Page off the block. Anna to Cassie. Cassie over to L. Has to send a free ball over the net. Tay to Chantel. Nobody's ready for that on the second ball. Point coaches. Coaches up 18-9. Nope, there's... Coach Chantel serving. Sadie. Cassie able to get all the way back over to it. Shea going to send a free ball over the net. Mac able to pass it to Chantel. Chantel with a set up for Tay. Through a block. Shea's able to save that one. Cassie able to set it up for L. L with a hit back across the net. Mac with a left-handed save. That's why you use two hands, Mac, not one hand. Point Ace 18s. Serving down 10-18. Two hands. Ball's in the air from the captain. Coach Page able to get to Chantel. Chantel back to Page. Nobody's there. Point coaches. Coaches up 19-10. One of my favorite ones, we'll give credit to Jim Nelson in Santan Valley with this one. During the 1910s, the term soda jerk was first coined at soda fountains because of the jerking motion the soda attendants had to make to start pouring the soda. During the 1910s, no specific year, soda jerk. Point coaches up 20-10. Overpass. They had a chance to save it. Nobody moved their feet off the block. Point coaches up 21-10. Ball's in the air from Coach Tay. L to Cassie. Two-handed pass over the net. Coach Chantel hits the pole. That's a point for the 18s. 18s. Serving down 11-21. L to serve. Ball's in the air from L. Mac. Coach Chad punches that one out. That's a point for the 18s. 18s down. Coaches up 21-12. Ball's in the air. Reyna able to get to that one, but it was an overpass. Riley to Cassie. Cassie back to Riley with a hit. Reyna with a pass to Chantel. Chantel sets it up for Paige. Paige with a hit over. Amelie able to get that one to Cassie to Riley. Sends it over the net. Paige and Chad into the net. Cannot handle it. That is a point for the 18s. 18s down 14-21. Ball's in the air. Reyna to Paige. Paige all the way over to Mac. Mac with a no doubter there. Point for the coaches. Coaches up 22-14. Reyna to serve. Amelie able to get it past Cassie. Cassie over to Sadie on the right side. Into the block. Into the net. Point for the 18s. Mac was into the net. That's his third or fourth net so far in the match. Ball's in the air. Reyna to Chantel. Chantel back over to Paige. Paige with a hit. Across and out. That's another point for the 18s. 18s within 6, down 16-22. If you want to know what happened in 16-22, I don't know. But that was 2 years after the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock. Avery Chadwick to serve. Tay and Chantel get that one over pretty quickly. Cassie over to Riley. Mac able to save that one, but that is a kill for Riley and a point for the 18s. They're within 5, down 17-22. Addison is lying on the ground to make sure her sister does not foot fault. Overpass from Reyna. Reyna dives and makes that one to Chantel. Chantel to Paige. Paige with a hit. That one's in. That's a point for the coaches. Coaches up 23-17 after a good little run there for the 18s. Coach Paige to serve.
She's going to play front row. She's going to spin and Shay's right there.
Ball's in the air from Coach Paige. Sadie able to get to it. Cassie with the bump set over to Riley. Riley into the block. Coach Chad, that's a point for the coaches. Coaches up 24-17. Set points. 18s. Made vast improvement here in the second set. Scored 10 in the first, up to 17 here in the second. It ain't over yet. Coach Paige with the serve. L to Cassie. Cassie Is a setup up. Mac able to slap it over with his left hand. That is a setup to Cassie. Cassie into a block. Avery able to get that one over. Good scrambling there. Coach Chad, swing and a miss, but he got enough of it to get it over the net. That is end of set number 2. Coach is up 25-17.
Cassie, when you're done, can I see you, please?
Little mid-match interview here with the coaches. How do you guys think it's going?
So good.
So good, yeah.
It's great.
25-10, then 25-17.
Raina coming off a little hiatus. Could
Yeah.
not with the
A
passes.
year hiatus, we're
Yeah.
still winning.
Hey, when you got it, you got it.
Update on Raina. She's engaged. Look at
Oh, it's not here. It's in my purse.
I knew that because I'm friends with her on Instagram.
No, but, like, the
Oh.
camera people-
Hey, everybody watching, Raina's engaged. You'll probably have to go over there if you really want to wave at the camera. There you go. She's engaged. Hey, Mac, you're not allowed to hit the net. I like your shoes. Those are cool. Well, I like Mac's shoes, but I like your shoes too. You don't normally wear those, do you? Well, like just on regular practice nights? Nice. All right. Keep it up. And I called you guys the Jackson 5 earlier. Yeah, when Paige kicked it and you like punched it and then Chad just casually like went boom, I called that easy as 1, 2, 3. I said it's like the Jackson 5s out there. Exactly. All right. All right, we are setting up the scoreboard. And away we go, match number 3. Ace 18 Black with a serve. McKenna to Page. Page, Chantel able to save it. Nobody able to get to it. That's a point for Ace. Ace, their first lead of the night, up 1-0 against the Coaches. Woo! Balls in the air from McKenna. Overpass from Reina. Mac able to handle that one. Chad punches it over. L with a one-handed save. Avery with a right-handed dump over. That's a kill for Avery and a point for Ace. Ace up 2-0. McKenna with the serve to Mac. Mac with the set to Chantel with the set over to Tay. Tay with the tip. Easy point for the Coaches. Coaches serving down 1-2. Coach Chantel to serve. Ball's in the air from Chantel. Sadie to Shea. Avery sends a free ball over the net. Mac with the pass to Chad. Chad sets it all the way over to Tay. Tay with just a little tip over the net. All tied up at 2. 2-2. Home. Amelie scorekeeping while she's not on the court. Ball's in the air from Chantel to Shea. Shea almost overpassed McKenna, able to get to it. Coaches over to Page. Page into the net. Nobody there in the middle. Another point for the Coaches. Coaches up 3-2. Amelie on top of it. Coach Chantel serving up 3-2. Ball's in the air. Al with a pass to McKenna. McKenna with a set back over to Al. Avery actually sends a free ball over the net. Mag with the pass to Chantel. Chantel to Tay. Tay with the tip. Shea able to get to it, but not able to get it up off the floor. Point Coaches. Coaches up 4-2. Ball's in the air from Chantel. Anna, barely able to get it to McKenna. McKenna able to get up. Sadie punches it over the net. Mac with a pass to Chantel. Chantel with a set all the way over to Tay. He was able to do a left-handed tip, but it goes out. That's a point for the 18s. 18s within 1, down 3-4. Al Alexander to serve. Yeah! L serving. Raina able to pass to Chantel. Chantel with the bump pass over to Paige. Paige with the hit. Into the net. That's a point for the 18s. There we go. Make it loud. We're all tied up at 4. Addison laying on the floor again to look for a foot fault. Serves in the ball in the air from L. Paige to Chantel. Back to Paige. That's a hit point for the coaches. Coaches up 5-4. Ball's in the air from Coach Tay. Shea with a slight overpass. McKenna able to save it. Riley into the antenna. That is out of bounds. That's another point for the coaches. Coaches up 6-4. Coach Tay serving. Ball's in the air from Coach Tay. Too strong. That is out. That's a point for the 18s. 18s back within 1. Serving down 5-6. Avery to serve. Raina with an overpass. Avery able to save that. McKenna taps that one over. Mack able to get it to Chantel. Paige sends a free ball over the net. Avery with the pass to McKenna. McKenna sets it up for Riley. Riley with a hit. No touch. Chad, very communicative. Trying to teach the girls to be that way as well. Point for the coaches. Coaches up 7-5. April 19th, 1775. The Revolutionary War started with the first shots fired at Lexington and Concord. 18s cannot handle that one. Point for the coaches. Coaches up 8-5. Coach Raina, ball in the air. Riley able to get that one over to McKenna. McKenna to Sadie. Sadie into a block. That's another point for the coaches. Chad and Mac there for it. Coaches up 9-5. Coach Raina serving. Ball's in the air. Shea able to get a pass. McKenna has to run all the way over to get it. Riley sends a free ball over the net. Tay with a good pass to Chantel. Chantel with this to Paige. Paige, but it is off the block. That is a point for the coaches. Coaches up 10-5. Ball's in the air from Raina. That is too short. That is a point for the 18s. 18s serving down 6-10. Sadie Teets to serve. Ball's in the air from Sadie. Raina able to get a pass. Chantel able to save that one. Get it over the net to McKenna. McKenna over to Riley. Riley with a hit. Tay with a good pass to Chantel. Chantel all the way over to Mac. Mac hits it off the block and out of bounds. That's a point for the coaches. Coaches up 11-6. Coach Page to serve. Ball's in the air from Page. L, two-handed pass. Might have been close to out, but that is a point for the coaches. Coaches up 12-6. What time is it? Eight. 1-6. 8-16. Ball's in the air from Page to McKenna to Riley into a block. Another point for the coaches. Coaches up 14-6. We did 6-14 last set, so coach is able to scramble that and get a point out of that. 6-15, coach is up. Ball's in the air from Coach Page. Service error. Point 18s. 18s within 8, down 7-15. Shea to serve. Riley to serve. Ball's in the air from Riley. That's an ace from Riley. An ace for Ace 18s. Ace within 7, down 8-15. Oh, a nice hit from the 18s and a point for the 18s. Oh, Chantel able to punch that one over. Get a point for the coaches. Mack with the serve. Sadie to McKenna. McKenna to L. L with the hit. Mack to the middle of the court. Nobody there. Point for the 18s. 18s within 6, down 10-16. Timeout. Wasn't even close. You call that a long bomb? Oh for 3. Short from Shea, point for the coaches. Coaches up 17-10. Ball's in the air from Coach Reyna. Sadie, two-handed pass. Avery able to save it. Shea able to get it over the net. Avery gets a point on Coach Chad. That's a point for the 18s. 18s. so Coach is up 18-10. Sadie to McKenna, McKenna to Avery. Avery sends it over the net to Tay, Tay to Shay, or to Chantel, Chantel to Paige. Too strong, hits it out. That's a point for the 18s. 18s now with it back within 7, down 11, 18. Ball's in the air from McKenna. Mac to Chantel. Chantel to Tay. Tips it into the net. That's a point for the 18s. 18s within 6, down 12-18. Turn that around, you get 18-12. What happened in 1812? There was a war. Not the first war after the Revolutionary War, though. The United States was actually involved in the Barbary Wars between 1801 and 1805. If you sing the Marine Corps hymn, To the Shores of Tripoli, that was about the Barbary Wars in northern Africa. Chantel to Tay. Tay, cross court. Sadie with a one-hand save, but nobody can get to it. A point for the coaches. Coaches are up 19-12. Oldest ballpark in Major League Baseball was opened in 1912. That is Fenway Park in Boston. Titanic also sank in 1912. Coach Chantel with the serve. L with a pass to McKenna. McKenna sets it up for L into a block, but L able to save it, and it saves it out of bounds. So it doesn't really save it. A point for the coaches. Coaches up 20-12. According to, we'll call them experts, they believed that the Mayans thought the world was going to end in 2012. There was even a movie about it. I think John Cusack was in that one. Not sure, if I remember correctly. Ace able to get over to the net. Reyna to Chantel. Chantel sets it over the net. L kills it over the net for the 18s. 18s within 7, down 13-20. Ball's in the air. Mac to Chantel to Paige. Hits it where they aren't. Most efficient way to score points. That was an uneventful point for the coaches. Up 21-13. Ball's in the air from Tay. L to McKenna. Mac with a left-handed save. Avery with a kill. Holy smokes! That almost would have been awesome. Awesome from both sides. A kill for Avery. A point for the 18s. And a heck of an effort. Irish jig, exactly what I was thinking. An Irish jig attempt save from Reyna. Ace serving down 14-21 against the coaches. Avery to serve. Ball's in the air from Avery. Reyna passes that one to Chantel. Chantel gets that one to Mac. Mac with a hit into the net. That's a point for Ace. Ace within 6, down 15-21. Avery serves. The Texas native with the serve was the lone star on that play. That's another ace for Ace. Another point for the 18s. It is 16-21. Avery with the serve. Mac able to get to that one. Paige back over to Mac. Mac with a big hit right in the middle. A point for the coaches. Coaches up 22-16. Coach Reyna to serve. Ball's in the air. Amelie, McKenna, Callie, unable to get it over the net. That's a point for the coaches. You only get 3 chances, not 4. Coaches up 23-16. McKenna able to play that one off the net. Avery able to get it over. Chad sets it up for Mac. Mac with a sideways hit to McKenna. McKenna to Avery. Avery sets it up for Amelie. Amelie hits it into the block. Ace able to get it over. Tay with a diving save to Chantel. Chantel over to Mac again. Hits it into the net. Ace pulls that one out. That's a point for Ace. They are down 17-23 in serving. Good volley there from the 18s. Amelie, service error, point coaches. Coaches with the set point up 24-17. Coach Page to serve. Ball's in the air. Shea, McKenna, L sends a free ball over the net. Page gets it to Chantel. Chantel to Chad. Chad right to Shea. Shea able to get it. McKenna to Riley. Chantel simply hits it over the net to the back of the court where not a single Ace player was. Whistle! End of set 3. All right, back for set number 4. This will be the last one. Practices from 7 to 9. Sets take about half an hour. Of the 18s and the comments the coaches on the other side of the net are making. All right, so far the coaches have won all 3 sets, 25-10, 25-17, 25-17. Away we go in the 4th. Coach Chantel serving, all tied at 0. Balls in the air. Leah to Cassie. Cassie able to get to it. Anna and Leah miscommunicate. It's going to be a point for the coaches. It's into the net. Coaches serving up 1-0. Turn that around. You get 0-1. What is number 1? Delaware. Delaware was the first state, capital of Dover. Balls in the air for Chantel. Leah able to get that one to Cassie. Cassie and Avery, a little miscommunication. They're trying to work on a few things, but they still got it over the net. Paige with the hit to Anna. That's going to be a point for the coaches. Coaches up 2-0. All right, Coach Chantel serving up 2-0. Balls in the air, short. Leah able to get down to it. Cassie able to send it over the net. Chad able to save it off a Tay's tip. Tay able to get it to Paige. Paige with a hit down the line and in. That's another point for the coaches. Coaches up 3-0. Our third president of these United States was Thomas Jefferson, who had an estate in Virginia called Monticello. The estate's still there. Although I looked it up recently, you cannot buy an American flag flown over Thomas Jefferson's estate. Riley unable to handle that one. That's an ace for the coaches. Coaches up 4-0. Chantel to serve to Leah. Leah, that is into the antenna. That is out. Slight overpass. The coach is up 5-0. Put those together, you get 5-0. What is that? 50. What is our 50th state here in this union? Since we did one with Delaware, number 50 is the great state of Hawaii, out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Capital, Honolulu. Became a state in August of 1959. Chantel with the serve to L to Shea, back over to L with the hit. Tay able to get it over to Chantel. Paige with the hit. Sadie, Cassie sends a two-handed pass over. Chantel gets to it. Nobody else does. That's a point for the 18s. 18s to serve down 1-5. Captain Cassie Barney to serve. Raina gets down to it. Paige sends it over to Chad. Chad with a hit. Off the block. Cassie to Shea. Shea over to L. L with the hit from the outside. Cross court. Raina able to get to it. Chantel sets it up for Paige. Into a block. And it lands. That's a point for the coaches. Coaches up 6-1. All right, Riley to Shea to Sadie. That is out over the antenna. That's a point for the coaches. Coaches up 7-1. Service error from Coach Tay. Point for the 18s. 18s within 5, now 2-7. Did the Doyle Brunson earlier with the poker hand of a 10 and a 2 for Texas Hold'em. A 7 and a 2 is the mathematically worst starting hand you can have in Texas Hold'em. L. Alexander to serve for the 18s. Service error. Point coaches. Coaches up 8-2. Coach Rayner to serve. Ball's in the air. Shea able to get down. Cassie sets it up for Sadie. Sadie sends a tip over, high over the net. Not high enough to get past Mack, who hits it back over the net. That is a point for the coaches. Coaches up 9-2. Ace able to get that one back over. Coaches off the block. Mack with a hit in the far corner. That is another point for the coaches. Coaches up 10-2. There's that Doyle Brunson hand again. Ball's in the air. Anna able to get that one to McKenna. McKenna over to Riley. Riley tips it over the net. Chad able to handle that one to Chantel. Chantel over to Paige. Paige with a hit. Shea gets to it. Cannot save it in bounds. That's another point for the coaches. Coaches up 11-2. Ball's in the air from Coach Reyna. Shea able to get that one to McKenna. McKenna sets that one over Sadie. Sadie into the net. That's a point for the coaches. Coaches up 12-2 here in the fourth. Coach Reyna with a serve. Anna with a pass to McKenna. McKenna sets it up for Riley. Riley with a hit. No touch. That is out. That is going to be a point for the coaches. Coaches up 13-2. Coach Reyna serves it. Avery. McKenna sends a one-handed pass over the net. Chantel to Reyna to Paige. Anna able to pass it to McKenna. McKenna gets it up for Avery, who tips it over right to Mack, who tips it right back over. That's a point for the coaches. Coaches up 14-2. Ball's in the air from Reyna to Shea. To Riley. Anna sends a free ball all the way over the net. Tay able to get it to Chantel. Chantel sets it up for Paige. Too strong. That's a point for the 18s. 18s to serve down 3-14. If I remember correctly, that is... No. Is that the... Oh, well, it's Pi Day is what that is. That's what I was thinking of. It's Pi Day. 3-14. 3.14. Just had that last week. Avery with a serve. Chantel unable to get there. Woo! Ace serving down 4-14. Ball's in the air. That's an ace for Avery. An ace for Ace. A point for Ace. Ace down 5-14. All right. It's up to 17-5. Sorry about that. I was having issues with the recording. We are back. Hopefully nothing got disturbed there with the live stream. Service error. Point for the 18s. 18s down 6-17. Amelie put off to serve. Service error. Point coaches. Mac LeSueur to serve. For the coaches, service error. Point 18s. 18s down 7-18. L. Alexander to serve. In the air. Reyna overpass. Callie tries to kill it. Riley cannot save it. Score is 7-19. Put that together, you get July 19th. That is this announcer's birthday. Ball's in the air from Coach Reyna. Short. Service error. Point 18s. 18s to serve down 8-19. Shea Hagan to serve. Ball's in the air from Shea. Page able to get to Chantel. Chantel sets it up for Tay. Solid hit. In system. Quick point for the coaches. Coaches up 20-8. Coach Chantel to serve. Ace able to get that one over. Avery sends it over the net. Page sends it into the net. That's a point for the 18s. 18s down 9-20. McKenna Mats to serve. Ran with an overpass. Riley tries the overpass skill. Page is able to get to that one. Chad bumps it over the net. McKenna able to get to that one. L sets it up for Avery. Oh, Chad goes into the net. That's going to be a point for the 18s. 18s within 10, down 10-20. Ball's in the air from McKenna. Reyna able to get to that one to Chantel. Page sends it over the net. L able to save that one. McKenna sets it up for Avery. Chad. I don't know the rules. That's in. Denna didn't say anything. Point for the coaches. Looked like he touched it twice because he wants to tip it, but maybe because Avery touched it, it didn't count as a touch. Coaches up 21-10. Coach Tay to serve. Ball's in the air. Short. It's an ace for Tay. Coaches up 22-10. Woo! Ball's in the air from Coach Tay. Leah with a two-handed pass. McKenna able to save it. Back to Leah. into a block, but it's out of bounds. That's a point for the 18s. 18 serving down 11-22. What happened on 11-22? 1963, our 35th president was shot in Dallas. $11. Okay, now it's 12. An ace for the 18s, down 12-22. Sadie Teat serving. Ball's in the air. Reyna able to get to Chantel. Chantel over to Tay. Tay sends free ball over the net. Shea gets it to McKenna. Gets it to Riley. Riley with a hit over. Reyna gets it to Chantel. Chantel to Mac. Mac with a sideways hit into a block. Leanne Avery cannot handle the hit. They got their hands on it, but it is a point for the coaches. Coaches up 23-12. Coach Reyna serving. Ball's in the air. Sadie to McKenna. McKenna over to Riley. Riley with a hit. That is in the back corner. Good kill for Riley. Ace serving down 13-23.